Hey everyone, this is Stargirl Fan 101. I'm here today to do something different. I'm here to give a video that basically goes over the basic summary of characters. Not just any characters, but Stargirl characters. Kind of like how I went on a summary about Eclipso in that one video. Basically just giving off extra information and kind of teaching myself these things as I learn more about these characters. So today's subject of research will be our one, our only Courtney Whitmore, who is my fourth favorite character of all time. So, let us dig into this description of her original counterpart, that being her comic counterpart, and let's learn let me teach myself more about Courtney Whitmore. So, Courtney Whitmore, as we know, stepdaughter of Pat Dugan, finds the original Star-Spangled Kid's gear in her stepfather's belongings. She dons the costume to annoy Dugan, as she resents him marrying her mother and moving the family from Los Angeles to Blue Valley, Nebraska. We know that already. Dugan, a skilled mechanic, designs and builds Stripe, a robotic suit that he uses to accompany and protect her. We know that too. During her time in Blue Valley, her frequent nemesis in the young villainess known as Shive, daughter of the immortal Dragon King. Their most recent rematch was in Infinite Crisis, on a page added to the hardcover edition. Okay. Courtney joins the Justice Society of America after being given Starman Jack Knight's cosmic staff. She changes her identity to Stargirl. Courtney appears in most issues of JSA, and it is in these pages that her half-sister Patricia Dugan is born. She has a half-sister. I didn't know that. Later, she confronts her predecessor's killer, Solomon Grundy. Driven further into madness by the Joker's chemical assault, Grundy attacks the JSA headquarters with the head of the Statue of Liberty. With the aid of Jakeem Thunder, Courtney fights Grundy in the streets and into the sewers below. The young heroes barely defeat Grundy. John Thunderbolt repairs the statue. Grundy later develops an obsession with Courtney. Courtney encounters Mary Pemberton, the sister of the original Star-Spangled Kid. During the Sins of Youth storyline, Mary's concerns about her brother's legacy and about young superheroes battling adults causes friction with Courtney. They resolve their differences during a battle against the forces of Clarion the Witch Boy. That's a weird name. Courtney later saves Mary's life during an attack by Amazo, which we've seen in the Elseworlds crossover with the Arrowverse. During this incident, Courtney is magically aged to an adult by Clarion. Later, she discovers her biological father, Sam Curtis, working as a common thug for an incarnation of the Royal Flush Gang. They later confront each other during one of the Flush Gang's robberies. In Stars and Stripe and an issue of Impulse, Courtney hints at having a crush on Robin, Tim Drake. Okay. A concept that was not developed in subsequent issues. I feel like that was for a good reason. I don't know why. Courtney briefly dates fellow JSA member Shazam. Oh jeez, I heard about that. I thought that was a made-up ship. No, that's actually real. Who, in his secret identity of Billy Batson, is the same age as she. To outsiders, however, Shazam is by all appearances an adult, and the relationship between Shazam and Stargirl draws criticism from Jakeem Thunder and Jay Garrick. After Garrick confronts them, Shazam leaves the JSA and Courtney, instead of revealing his secret to the team. Shazam later returns to the JSA and explains that the wisdom of Solomon prevents him from revealing his secret identity. A glimpse into the future shows an adult Star Woman married to Albert Rothstein, the JSA member known as Atom Smasher. And Atom Smasher is gonna be in Black Adam. He's gonna be that guy from the that guy. He's from one of those teen Netflix movies. Now, in a section titled JSA/JSA and Black Vengeance, Courtney's family is murdered by agents of Perdigotten. Whoa. She travels with the rest of JSA to 1951, the modern age successors to Golden Age. Golden Age JSA members meet and fight alongside the originals to save her family in the future. She finds herself forced to work with Atom Smasher again for the first time since he defected to Black Adam's rival team. During her trip to the past, Courtney is briefly stuck in an asylum when she tried to recruit Ted Knight, who has become clinically depressed for his perceived role in the creation of the atomic bomb, to the point that he initially thought Courtney was a hallucination. But she was saved by a figure later identified as Star Woman, an adult version of her infant sister Patricia. After the crisis is over, Courtney forgives Al for his past alliance with Black Adam. The Atom Smasher is nearly killed by the Spectre during an attack on Kahndaq. He survives, but the event reveals the depth of Courtney's feelings for him. She returns to her own time to find her family alive again. Later, Atom Smasher is tried and convicted for his actions while working for Black Adam. During a TV appearance, Courtney says that with Al in prison, she would be there for him no matter how long it takes. Now, during a TV appearance probably means like TV in the comic, not in actual TV. Infinite Crisis. Courtney is approached by the Shade, who's going to be one of the villains in season 2, who tells her that her biological father is dead. This tragedy and her experience of the relationship between Liberty Bell and Jesse Quick prompts her to reevaluate her family life. She discovers that she can't hate her biological father for his failings as a father and as a man. She also learns to accept Pat Dugan as her only real father figure, which we saw in the finale of season 1 when she tried to snap him out of Brainwave's control, which was a very nice scene, and it's probably my favorite scene in the episode. Stargirl becomes part of a coalition consisting of the JSA, the Doom Patrol, and the Teen Titans that is organized to stop Superboy Prime from destroying Smallville. Superboy Prime kills several of the Titans, including Panther and Baby Wildebeest, and maims Risk, removing his arm. Stargirl later attends a memorial service for heroes who died in the crisis. Afterwards, she begins attending college. She has altered her equipment. Her rod now telescopes into a small cylinder, and her costume and belt materialize as the rod extends to full size. 1 year later, Courtney joins the new roster Justice Society and fights without Stripe's assistance. A seasoned hero despite her age, she forges a bond with her young teammate Cyclone, the eager and over-impulsive granddaughter of the first Red Tornado. They bond after witnessing the death of Mr. America. Courtney suggests Cyclone create a new superhero costume and name. She resumes her role of mentorship for the youngest heroes by helping Jefferson Pierce's daughter, Jennifer, cope with her powers and her isolation. That's an interesting pair-up. I wonder if that's going to happen one day. That would be interesting to see, a crossover between Stargirl and Black Lightning. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool crossover. Courtney later expresses to Damage her doubts about Gog. A future version of Courtney is seen in Teen Titans number 53, along with Lex Luthor and his future Titans. Her role is minimal. She is, however, wearing Jack Knight's goggles and jacket. The closest she has ever come to Jack's vision, should I say, of Star Woman. at the end of his series. In the final Crisis miniseries, Courtney joins with other heroes to form an underground resistance against Darkseid. Courtney is present and apparently involved in voting for discussions on how to move the JSA forward after the GOG debacle, and whom to retain or remove from the team. She defends some of the heroes who sided with GOG. Later she is I can't talk today. Later she is present when the JSA meet a depowered Billy Batson, who reveals his secret identity to the others. After the battle with Black Adam and Isis, Courtney was unhappy at the events. Courtney was unhappy as the events had happened on her birthday, and had ruined any planned celebrations. When she went home and opened the door, the entire Justice Society had prepared a late surprise party for her. Later, she was unhappy to learn she still needed her braces, even as she was acknowledged as one of the senior members of JSA. It has been established that both she and Atom Smasher love each other in direct quotes, rather than asides and implied habits. But the elder JSA members' comments about their age difference forced Al to turn Courtney down, stating he loved her like a sister. Following a massive supervillain attack, the JSA is split in two. Power Girl convinces Courtney to join the JSA All-Stars splinter group. She later expresses a deep feeling of regret over siding with the All-Stars, claiming that she feels more at home with the original roster. Karen talks her through these doubts, telling her that she needed Courtney on the team because all the other team members of the JSA look up to her. The New 52. In September 2011, the New 52 rebooted DC's continuity. In this timeline, Stargirl appears as part of a new Justice League of America title. Born in Los Angeles, Courtney was cleaning out the office of Barbara Whitmore's boyfriend Pat Dugan when she found a staff, a belt, and a shirt with a star on it. While trying them on, she became Stargirl and caught the perpetrator of a fire she spotted. The heroic actions went viral. After talking to her friend about what happened next, Courtney was informed by Pat that the person who originally wielded the equipment has died. Though Pat agreed to train her, Courtney had to respond to the criminal activity caused by Shadow Thief, who was taking hostages to draw out a superhero. She managed to root out Shadow Thief. When Stargirl returned home, she found that Shadow Thief arrived first, killed her brother, and wounded Barbara and Ted. Stargirl used this trauma to become a better superhero. She was chosen by Amanda Waller as the public face of the JLA's PR campaign. After the disbandment of the JLA following the Forever Evil crossover event, Stargirl joined the Justice League United. In the Watchmen sequel Doomsday Clock, Stargirl is among the superheroes that confront Dr. Manhattan on the moon. Stargirl appears with the Justice Society of America when Dr. Manhattan, inspired by Superman, undoes the changes that he made to the timeline that erased the Justice Society and the Legion of Superheroes. That is a lot there. A lot that I didn't know about. Now, she has a pretty interesting history. And, she got with a lot of people. Atom Smasher, Billy Batson. She's gotten with a lot. And she's been on a lot of teams. But I feel like the New 52 version is like, there are elements of both of her origins in there. But I think the main inspiration for the Stargirl that we have now in the show, to me, I feel like is definitely based on New 52. And I think it's cool because, you know, we just kind of had like a DC Rebirth style thing happen in the Arrowverse that created, you know, the Stargirl's Earth. So, you know, that part also contributes to it, but I think that, you know, especially in this, like, over the years, whether you look at the original origin or the New 52 origin, like, Stargirl grows a lot in both of the versions. I feel as though they will definitely take a lot of these elements, and, you know, they've already taken some of these elements, but they will continue to take a lot of these elements from both of her origins, and they'll continue to further put it in the further establish those elements in the show. And I feel like you know, they'll add some new stuff to it too, which will make it a lot more refreshing, and definitely something new as well, because, you know, the origin story for Courtney in the show is already amazing, but the fact that we have, you know, all these origins here too, and all these origins here as well, and all of these different perspectives and teams that Courtney's been involved with, it's definitely a lot of interesting developments. I can't wait to get into the comics when I can. Not the JSA comics, but the standalone Stargirl comics. So, yeah. I'm Stargirl Fan 101 saying peace.